welcome to another episode of First Strike with me, Striker HD. And in today's episode, we're going to take a look at the early access alpha version of DayZ. It's a very famous game, or mod, depending on which version you're playing. But I will give some background information on where it originated and where it's come so far, as we crawl through the grass. I spawned a minute ago and a zombie was immediately up my bum hole, so I had to reload. But yes, so it's designed by the rather well-known Dean Rocket Hall, who was the guy who originally made the DayZ mod for Arma 2, which people have become familiar with over the years, and that was back in 2009 that he first did that. Do I hear something? No, good. And yeah, he's obviously was updating that for a few years, and then in 2012 decided he could make a lot of money out of it, and wanted to do a standalone version. So he got to team up with Bohemia Interactive, the guys behind the Arma series, and they started to, well, they gave him basically the game engine, which interestingly enough is the Real Virtuality Engine 3, which is the one used in Arma 2, not the one used in Arma 3, which is the Virtuality Engine 4, which is a very, very incredibly beautiful and reasonably well optimized engine, which this game at the moment is not. I mean, it is beautiful, but this is turned down quite a lot, and while I'm recording I get about 30 FPS on a GTX 780. So yeah, but it's an alpha, and you can never really expect optimization in an alpha. But anyway, so yeah, it's Bohemia Interactive and Dean Hall working together to bring this game out. If you didn't know, it's a survival horror sandbox MMO. But I'm sure if you just Google it, and you're going to see millions and millions of videos and images and articles about it, if you haven't already. So yes, in December, I believe it was, it randomly popped up on Steam as an early access title. Literally completely randomly. He was like, hey, DayZ's out, go buy it. And now he sold something over like 1 million copies or something ridiculous. But since, I mean, when it came out, it was really broken. But since he's worked on it endlessly, there's been loads of patches, and they've improved things. They've improved the stability of the servers, which still aren't populated with many zombies because of stability issues, and he just wants to get everything fixed before he adds more. There's also no vehicles, but there is weapons and all the typical loot you'd think of finding, which we're going to look for now. Recently, as in today, I believe, as of recording, he added the ability to pick berries and get food that way, which is rather fantabby-tastic if you ask me. Hello? Okay. Cool. We're gonna get a hat. Yeah, look at that, boy. Look at that. Pretty funky if you ask me. Keep our head warm. Love it. And apparently this is a green top, but the least green top I've ever seen. But yeah, so during this video I'm going to go through the features that are already included, the features that might be missing or are being tweaked, and just give you a 20 or 30 minute introduction to the standalone. Maybe you've only played the mod before and were thinking about going into the standalone but weren't convinced by what you've seen so far, and I'll help you make that decision one way or the other. So, we are called Derek. We are Derek. Derek is in a bad situation. Derek is by himself. Derek has no friends. Derek thinks he should be able to access this and get things out of it. Derek would be wrong. So Derek's going to continue on his journey down the road. So yeah, kind of at the moment, it's pretty much what Wasteland is on Arma. But you don't start with a pistol and things, which is quite upsetting. But also very good. So I'm actually going to crouch down here and put our torch in our hands. So the inventory system, as you can see, is 1,000,000,000 times better than it ever was in the mod, because it was blimmin' terrible. And why am I what why am I what oh didn't want to do that. Why am I walking? Oh no, don't do that. Hang on. I got to is that it? Is that what I wanted to do? I don't care if you want to drink something, shut up. Hello? Hello? I want to be able to hit people with it. I can't remember how to do it. That would be talking. I don't want to do that. Well, anyway, we're going to get rid of that. And hope we don't have to fight anything before we actually find a weapon. So yeah, speed along. Controls are still pretty clunky. But, I mean, to be honest, they are in armor anyway. And, thank you. However, Armor 3 did improve upon them. And this has improved upon them compared to the mod. So that's always lovely. Hello. Hello. There's quite a few people on this server, but I'm yet to see anyone. Probably for the best. What's that? Can't get it. Damn it! I haven't played too much of either this or the mod. The mod mainly because it was glitchy as hell, and I couldn't really be bothered with it. And this because I've been playing so many other things. But since the patch yesterday, I thought, well, why not do a First Stryke on it and let you guys know what I think. So what we're going to do is head over there. We're actually going to check these buildings first because I might be dying of thirst. The text basically, instead of having the meters they used to have in the mod, which would tell you, how hungry or thirsty or whatever you were, in this they simply have text that comes up saying, "I am thirsty, sir. I am very thirsty." Which Derek is at the moment. He is very thirsty. There's a plant. Give me that plant. How's that plant still alive? Anyway, it's a miracle plant. Maybe it's cacti. And yeah, once it comes up red, then bad things are going to happen. But until then, you should be alright. I think this is a very common spawning area, so I wouldn't be surprised if someone does turn up. I don't think this server has any funky rules. The last one I was on was no PvP besides like the airport and the military base. And if you did it, you got banned, so that was good. Not. It gets rid of the majority of the game. It's kind of a MMO. PvP MMO. Whatever. Especially when there's not many zombies in. I know you can also make a sawn-off shotgun now. Which I'd like to do. How will you do that? I have no idea. So most of the video may just be me doing this. I might actually do an Arma 3 video because there's a lot more action and that game's awesome. And they just released the second campaign section thing. Right, let's just sprint. I'm not planning on carrying on this character, I doubt. I might do a series on DayZ. I'm just kind of waiting for them to add the zombies in and optimize it slightly better. At the moment, this is running just over 30 FPS. When I'm not recording, it's like 50 or 60. And most games do not drop that much when I record. So there's that. That's a thing. But, I mean, you can just turn the settings down and it will run. I mean, it's completely playable. It's not a first-person shooter. For the most part. So you don't really need those Twitch reactions. But yeah, it just doesn't run anything like Arma does. Which is a shame. But it's alpha. And Arma 3's alpha was disgusting too. But there we go. Like, really disgusting. We're almost there. I know for a fact that you can go in the vast majority of these buildings, if not all of them. And I know for a fact that a lot of them have loot in. Whether that loot is worthwhile or not is a completely different thing. And now my frames are at 25. So when YouTube does its lovely rendering, this will probably drop to about 10. But at least you can see what I mean. I mean, I got most things on either very low, like shadows, because shadows are dumb. Hello. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Bad things. Bad things. Bad things. Bad things. Oh great. Oh great. Derek. Derek, run. Derek, there's some angry bitch after you. Derek. 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 Is that your ex-girlfriend? Derek, why haven't you told me about this? Oh, this could be a quick end to the video. Oh, wow. Do not remember this many zombies. Gosh darn it, Dean. Why have you been adding more? Just when I was playing. Oh! Frames dropped to about 5. Good. Oh! 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 What? Damn, dude. Damn, dude. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, there was the the worst episode of First Strike I will probably ever do. Hopefully, anyway. I mean, I've only done 2, and they're both pretty dreadful, especially this one. I've actually done 3. That's not the point. All right. Well, there we go. So while we're here, I'm going to show you. Actually, no. Let's just get out. I'm going to do a video when I'm like all kitted out and stuff. Whenever, what? But that'll be more entertaining. This was literally, as the title suggests, a first look from when you spawn, what you can expect to experience, aka death and fear and horrible noises that will scare the poop out of you. But yeah, I'm going to show you the options and show you what I was actually running it on a GTX 780. You'll see my specs in my channel thing description. So you got this, which is stuff, and then I was running it at 1080p, and most of my games are on at 1440p because I have a 14p for the 30 monitor. But obviously with this game it was running badly anyway, so I wasn't going to do that, and I only record in 1080p, so it was pointless. VSync I disabled, as I do when I record, and there wasn't too much screen tearing. There's probably a lot more than I actually noticed. Quality, you have the typical object, terrain, cloud, shadows. These two, I mean, I rarely look down, I rarely look up, so screw them. They're the first that always go. And yeah, very low, very low. There's quite a few options, which is good. However, these are probably the only 2 you're ever going to be thinking about, unless you got some sort of quad bloody SLI Titan set up. But yeah, I also got an i7 4770K, so you think it would be able to cope with this. But again, alpha, they're never well optimized. You get the base game first, and then you can optimize as much as you want. And I know for a fact he is working on that. And it's also a proven engine, because Arma 2 don't run that badly, so there we go. It's normally the AI in the Arma games that really screws it, especially with CPU. But with Arma 3 they kind of solved that. Terrain, again, you have quite a few options. You cannot disable terrain though. I was quite disappointed by that actually, Dean. Even though you have the same surname as me, I will be very angry with that. But yeah, anyway, so that was on high, was it? Yes, and I had objects on very high, which I probably could have turned down, get a few more FPS. And again, you have the same options. Then we're going to go to textures. You have a video memory usage. The 7080 is a 3 GB video memory. Video card. Video. Darn it. And then my phone goes off. Twice! I'm so professional. Anyway, so yeah, I put that on auto. I did have it on that, and I don't even know whether it made a difference or not, to be honest. But just stick it on auto. And then you got texture detail. Obviously, the textures. Can't disable that either. Boo-hoo. That was on high. And texture filtering was also on high. This is one that you could probably turn down lower as well. But again, I run Armor 3 on mostly Ultra, besides the anti-aliasing and things, which I tend to tone down a bit. And then you've got, and that's at 1440p as well, so you don't really need anti-aliasing. Then you've got objects, terrain, rendering. Then you've got rendering. Anti-aliasing, I put on low. Alpha to coverage, which is their crazy, like, tree. What's the description of it? I've never really understood it. It's like anti-aliasing for trees, I swear. It just makes trees and grass look good, alright? So I had that on. I thought I had it on Armor 2 trees and grass, maybe. But anyways, loads of options for that. That's probably a big one as well. Then you got the edge smoothing, which is obviously a huge one. I only had it on FXAA low, which normally works well. HDR quality, you have low or very low. How low do you want to go? Ambient occlusion, that's going to be another one. That's going to be a poo. And then post. I can't talk today. I'm just shocked at how badly that video went. That's quite upsetting. This I had on normal, which again I probably should have put on very low because that's a whore. Then bloom, and then rotation blur, which sucks bum. So turn that off. So yeah, guys, constantly being updated, constantly being patched. It's only copywritten to 2013, so you can steal it, which is always handy. And the best of luck to Dean. I mean, he's got a few dollars from it. A few dollars. Just a few. Got them dollar monies. And yes, so it is currently £20, so I think $19.99 on Steam. Not sure if you can pick it up anywhere else. I didn't look because I suck. But I will leave a link in the description for one of the places where you can get it. The cheapest place. And yeah, I recommend picking it up. However, if you weren't interested by the mod, then you probably won't be interested by this until the whole game comes together. I believe he's aiming for an end of the year like full release. So maybe wait for then. There's plenty of people doing coverage on it. From like official sites to just casual YouTubers and all sorts. And I'll probably update it as well. As you can see, it's version 0.32.114557. And that's a lot of numbers that can change at any point. So yeah, let's all look forward to the future. Thank you for joining me for this episode of First Strike. And yeah, that was pretty depressing, wasn't it? Also, you now know what my name is, which is that's something. So sorry about that, but leave a like if you enjoy it.
Drop the bass.
It's almost as bad as me playing DayZ. Yay!